press. I was at a volleyball match where the University of Liverpool
And you
lost again. I'm kind of looking over the audience, just thinking who might be angry about this presentation. I'm a little dismayed to see members of the faculty here. But Dr. Craven left, so that's got to be a good sign for me. In any event, what do they say? In for a penny, in for a pound, so here I am. If you decide to kick me out, I'm not going without a tuition refund. My name is actually not Dr. Charles Dubois, my name is Robert. And when I tell people that I'm from the university, they think I'm a professor. I've actually been called a distinguished professor. Anybody who knows me knows that I am neither a professor nor distinguished. I did a presentation here in 1992. Is that funny? When I did the DTM&H. I passed, by the way. And I made a lot of ethnic jokes. I made jokes about Americans and Brits and French people and Germans. There were Pakistani students, Nigerians, a lot of Asians and Africans, and I just thought it wouldn't be wise to make fun of them because I didn't know them or their cultures well enough, and I thought someone would come up and hit me in the mouth during the presentation. And I have a certain aversion to that, so I stuck with the old standard American and European jokes. The presentation went over very well, and the Americans and Germans and French people thought it was very funny. There were actually no French people there, so it was even funnier. But afterwards, all the Africans and Asians came up to me and they said, "Why didn't you make jokes about Nigeria? Why didn't you make jokes about Pakistan?" So they were actually upset that I didn't make jokes about their cultures, but they didn't hit me in the mouth, so it was all right. Before I start, I just have a couple disclaimers. The first is, I like everybody here. Well, almost everybody. Yeah. Yeah, the second is that it's not always easy to stand up here and make jokes in front of the microphone. People think you're supposed to be funny. I think this presentation is a bit funny, and I think many of you have had a sufficient amount of alcohol to think anything I say is funny. But if it falls flat, I would appreciate polite laughter. Can I have a stand-up microphone?
Yeah.
Does this work?
Yeah, just turn it on.
Turn it on. I always think our lecturers are so silly with this. In any event, the faculty and staff of the Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine has asked me to make the following announcements. The first concerns research proposals for Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine students. If there's anybody interested, they can come and talk with me afterwards. The first proposal is entitled Question Asking Behavior Among Australian Students. Okay, that was a good opening. Is there genetic predisposition, or is it due to purely environmental factors? A case control study comparing question-asking behavior among Australian DTM&H students with Australian students in non-DTM&H educational programs. Second research proposal. Question. Should Liverpool School of Tropical Medicine formally annex the Republic of Malawi? Study. Number 3, prevalence of ghost patients in Nigeria. Travel to Nigeria, work with ghost doctors, ghost statisticians, and a ghost ethics committee. Write a ghost paper. Upon completion, you will be awarded a Ghost Master certificate. Number 4, technology in the nut field, a chronic problem. Work with Chris, aka Techno Man, to propose practical solutions to such problems as the rubbish pointer, unwanted computer updates and shutdowns, inability of lecturers to turn lights on and off, and especially the serious problem of unwanted penetration of sunshine into the field. Side question, why does the computer always fail when Dr. Obasi is lecturing? Number 5, question. Non-DTM&H students at Liverpool, do they really exist? If so, what is the point of their existence? Considering the high prevalence of Nigerian students among the supposed master students, is this another case of ghosts? None of the Nigerians have hit me in the mouth yet. They'll get me afterwards. Number 6, investigation into the contents of backpacks in the Nuffield, especially those weighing 30 kilos or taking up multiple seats. What exactly are DTM&H students carrying in their packs? For those possessing the aforementioned packs, do they have homes or vehicles in which to keep their possessions? Or do they sleep in the school basement? Next project, physiological study into lower extremity blood circulation of young women in Liverpool. Do young northern women have increased circulation in their legs, allowing them to maintain thermal regulation while going bare-legged on the coldest nights? That one's popular. If not, further research grants are available to consider the psychological reasons for such behavior. Please note, ethical constraints restrict this project to female researchers. Next one. A descriptive study of high-frequency hearing loss among Liverpool students and staff subjected to chronic fire alarm exposure. Next question. Recife, Brazil. Impoverished developing world city or vacation hotspot for samba dancing British researchers. Next, interlecture coffee breaks. What is the ideal length? Does it depend on the particular lecturer? And why do students return 5 minutes late regardless of the length of the aforementioned coffee breaks? Next, the no eating and drinking rules in the Nuffield. Do these rules have any impact on actual behavior of LSTM students? Propose a management scenario. Next, prevalence of PCR-equipped laboratories in developing countries. Does PCR exist in rural hospitals and clinics? If not, is PCR an acceptable answer in LSTM exams? Next, tropical countries. Do they exist outside of sub-Saharan Africa? Related question, what is the difference between third world, poor, developing, and tropical countries? What are the criteria for each category? Does the United Kingdom fit in any of these categories? And finally, supalambananas, a proposed etiology for tropical pulmonary eosinophilia, celiac sprue, and cutaneous larva migrans. Next part of the announcements are job postings for LSTM students. Number 1, stool collector. Answers to Maria Midgley. Travel to exotic countries, locate patients with exotic diseases, descend into exotic pit latrines, or areas of promiscuous defecation. Collect exotic stool samples and return them to the diagonal under hygienic conditions. Considering the interaction of metronidazole and alcohol, this post is only available to non-drinkers. Number 2, fire alarm tester. Smoke in the loo. Start a bonfire in the Nuffield. Break the glass and run away. Work on a construction crew with various noisy, dust-producing machines. This job is guaranteed to be a thrilling one. Answer to the Liverpool Fire Department, but only if caught. Number 3, propagandist.
traveled to various countries spreading the propaganda that Liverpool is actually a tropical country.